Hey y'all, it's Dan with another video, another late night video. I was looking into the death of Reggie Lewis, former Celtic guard or shooting guard or wing, I'm not sure what he was. Anyway, he died in 1993 in Waltham, Massachusetts. Waltham, Massachusetts, 93, and he died in 93. Very interesting that he should die in 93. And Reggie Lewis equals 65, and he was born in 1965. Also, that iconic 74. That's why, that's why he was such a good player, a major player. Here he is, Reggie Lewis, number 35, born November 21st, 1965. Reggie Lewis equals 65. Notice he's 6'7". He was the 22nd pick in 1987, and he died on July 27th, 1993. So the Celtics honored Lewis's legacy on March 22nd. He was the 22nd pick in 1995, and they retired his number 35 jersey. He's one of 22 members of Boston's organization to be honored in such a capacity. He's the 22nd pick of the draft, 22nd member honored, Y22, Negro 22, Boston 22, 22 master builder number. And Boston and Jewish is 332, which is interesting because he was definitely a blood sacrifice, and I'll get into that. That's 332. Get into that. Just you wait. So he died on 7/27 or 27/7, kind of like 277, the 59th prime number. That's interesting because kill in Jewish equals 59, and he's a Negro, 59, 59, 59. And let's look more into Reggie Lewis. Born on November 21st in Baltimore, Maryland. Died in Waltham, Mass. As mentioned before, he's 6'7". Right? 6'7". He went to the celebrated Dunbar High School. Went to Northeastern. Here they see he's a small forward. I think he was more of a shooting guard. And I'll get into that, why that's interesting. Shooting guard. So he died at age 27 and died on the 27th. Welcome to the 27 Club. Ritual 27. He died of this, supposedly. Sudden cardiac death, 72. The reflection of 27. Ritual also 81. Sudden cardiac death, 81. He died at Brandeis, 45. That ritual number. All right. Ritual also 45. He played 450 career games. 450 career games. Notice his first complete season with the Celtics. His breakout season, he played 81 games. 81, that ritual number. And his last season, he shot 47% from the field. 47%, right? And his scoring average of 20.8, that's interesting, and I'll tell you why later on. So, from his death, July 27th, to his next birthday, which would have been his 28th birthday, is 118 days. See that number a lot around death. Death 118. And it was also 8 months and 6 days. Kind of like blood sacrifice. He died on 7/27. A day with 34 numerology. Why is that interesting? It was also a day with 38 numerology. 38 and 34. And then, so here's the story of what happened. On July 27th, during off-season practice at Brandeis University in Waltham, Massachusetts, Lewis suffered sudden cardiac death on the basketball court. He was 27 years old. James Crowley, a Brandeis University police officer who happened upon the gym on a routine patrol, and another Brandeis University police officer attempted to revive Lewis by using mouth-to-mouth resuscitation, but they were unsuccessful. So Crowley also 38, 34, right? On a day with 38 and 34 numerology, this guy Crowley shows up. Of course, that's the murder number, 38 and 34. And James Crowley equals 59 and 67. 59, that number we talked about before. This happened at Brandeis University, 108. 108. And sudden cardiac death, 108. Interesting, huh? Sudden cardiac death, 144. Brandeis, 144. What a place to have a cardiac arrest. Right? So he collapsed in a playoff game on 4/29 and never played again in a game. So that was the 119th day of the year, April 29th. And Reggie Lewis equals 119. How interesting. All right. And he collapsed on 4/29 or 29/4. He died in Waltham, Massachusetts, equals 294. Just another coincidence, my bad. Got Reggie and Waltham, both 111. Lewis, 67. Kind of like blood sacrifice, 67. Told you it was a blood. Let's check his stats here. This is interesting. Now, he was a 2-guard, and he didn't shoot very many threes. He shot a total of 135 threes in his career. I know his career was cut short, but still. And he only made 27. Died at age 27 on the 27th. Made only 27 threes. I know this was in the late 80s, early 90s, but still, that's not a whole lot. In fact, the first year he didn't make a single three. Second year he was 3 for 22. That's when they had the ceremony for him. Right? 4 for 15 or 15/4, like ritual sacrifice. 1 for 13, like in National Basketball Association 113. Right? And then he hit 14. His best year, he hit 14. That was his last year. 14, that number of dead. So I thought that was interesting for a guard not to hit too many three-pointers. So you see all his stats. And his playoff stats as well. 42 games in the playoffs. He had 30 starts too, 42 and 30. Where we've seen that number before. He's got a total 121 What was that? Rebounds. Blood sacrifice 121. Oh no, that's 121 defensive rebounds. 175 total rebounds. Also, his scoring average career in the playoffs is 17.5. In that last playoff game, right, he played one game, 13 minutes, and had 17 points. Oh, what's happening here? Can't click on that. Oh, there we go. Mac's been acting funny. So played 42 playoff games. The N-word 42. Reggie 42. Also 30. I think it says he has 30 playoff starts. Yeah, here you see games started. I don't know if you can see that. Where he has 30 playoffs games started with 30.4 minutes per game, or 34, like murder. Also 51%. Reggie 51. Write out Reggie. It equals 51 as well. And he shot 51%. There's more. So he scored 17 points in his last game. Kill, of course, 17. Kill. Also God. Kill 17. Last year he averaged 20.8 points per game. He dies on the 208th day of the year. Kind of like 20.8. 28. Kill also 28. And there's more. He was the second Celtic, so it made me think about Len Bias, who died, in 1986. So Lewis, 32 and 31. Lewis was born with 32 numerology. 32. And look at Bias. Same numbers, 31 and 32. Interesting. And both of them rumored to be using this stuff, cocaine. Bias definitely. Lewis, I'll show you a report from the Wall Street Journal. Lewis was born with 40 days left in the year, November 21st. And that's interesting because cocaine equals 40. And they died 7 years and 38 days apart. 38, like murder, death, killing. Right? That guy Crowley, 38. Guy who tried to resuscitate him. Maybe he killed him. So both were born in Maryland. Maryland, 34. Like murder. So Bias was the second pick. Lewis the 22nd pick. Bias died because of a cardiac arrhythmia caused by cocaine overdose. Lewis was rumored to have died because of cocaine. So here's, this is straight out of Wikipedia. Following Lewis's death, questions were raised about whether he had used cocaine, whether cocaine use had contributed to his death. The Wall Street Journal reported that physicians suspected that cocaine killed Boston Celtics star Reggie Lewis, but they were thwarted by actions by his family and a dismissive policy toward drugs by the NBA. So, possibly died of cocaine. Cocaine 139 in the reverse cipher, which is interesting because it's the 34th prime. Right? Like murder. 34, like Maryland 34. died on a day with 34 numerology. Died on a day with 34 numerology. Possibly cocaine was involved. So there's more. So then Len Bias, had to get into Len Bias. Len Bias, born Leonard Kevin Bias, born November 18th. He was born in 63. Reggie was born in 65. They were only 2 years apart and 3 days, right? November, both born in November. In fact, Bias was born on the 322nd day of the year, and that's when they had that ceremony for Reggie Lewis. Died June 19th, 1986, 86 blood sacrifice number in Riverdale Park, Maryland. Riverdale Park. Riverdale Park. Just write it in, I guess. Riverdale, like Archie. He was born in the suburbs of Washington, Riverdale, 59, like Negro, like murder, sorry, like kill. Riverdale. Riverdale Park is actually what it is. Riverdale Park. Died in 86, the reflection of 68. 85, like basketball. 211 to 47 prime. So, what else about Len Bias? I was psyched when they drafted Len Bias. They had just won, the Celtics had just won the championship in 1986. I was super psyched. I didn't know anything about, sports being rigged or anything. I didn't know any of that stuff. And then when he died, it was crushing. So he died 213 days after his 22nd birthday. 213. Like death and satanic. 213. And he was born with 111 numerology. Remember, Reggie was 111 as well. 111. And he died with 111 numerology. Just another coincidence, I guess. They're going to give him jersey number 30 on June 30th, 1986. The Celtics honored Bias with their own memorial service, giving his never-used number 30 jersey to his mother, Louise. She's the doctor in the family. Of course, the N-word 30. They give him number 30. Did it on the 30th. Born with 30 numerology. He died on the 170th day of the year, June 19th. Also a day with 25 numerology, like death. And sacrifice 170. And Bias 62 and 46. Kind of like sacrifice. The sacrifice. So he died at the age of 22. I remember we were talking about 22 in the beginning of this. Reggie Lewis, the 22nd pick of the draft, the 22nd retired member of the Boston Celtics organization. Remember all that? Bias equals 22. Negro 22. Of course, dead equals 22. Master builder number 22. So he died on a day with 40 numerology. Seen this number before, related to Reggie Lewis, born with, born with 40 days left in the year, cocaine 40, he died of cocaine overdose. So let's see its stats in Maryland. 131 career games, 113 starts. The only year that he played 32 games, 32 starts, was his last year at Maryland. 32. Talking about that number before. Cocaine 32, right? B-Road 32. Go to these other numbers. And he averaged 32.8 minutes per game. All right. Averaged 23.2 points per game. So let's look at that in more depth. 131 games played is the 32nd prime. Right? Just talking about this number. Negro 32, Bias 32. So I was kind of being lazy here. 30 games played in his first year, 113 career starts. There's that number again. He's going to wear number 30 for the Celtics. A ceremony for him on the 30th. The N-word equals 30. National Basketball Association equals 113. Right, this word 30. And he was born 30 numerology, as I mentioned before. So these two players linked 7 years and 38 days apart. Blood sacrifices for the Boston Celtics. They compared Len Bias to Jordan. You know why? With gematria. Len Bias. Oops. I spell his name correctly. 62 and 26. And Jordan. 62 and 26. That's why they compared these two. Len Bias and Jordan. So there you go. Something from the past. Thanks for taking time out of your day to watch this video or evening. It's me, it's Dan, Numerical Lion. Have a great evening or day or whatever it is that you're doing. Later, everybody.